The towering walls of Kapilavastu had failed to confine Siddhartha's mind. The finest scholars had filled him with knowledge, yet none could silence the profound questions growing within him. King Siddhartha now understood that force, luxury, and instruction would never be enough. And so, the king turned toward one final hope, that companionship might offer Siddhartha something the palace itself never could, a sense of belonging. A grand gathering was arranged within the royal gardens. It was a subtle, elegant affair, designed to give the prince an opportunity to meet the noblewomen of the realm. Princesses from neighboring kingdoms arrived, bringing with them an atmosphere of grace and quiet expectation. Many attended hoping to earn the young prince's attention. Yet Siddhartha greeted each of them with impeccable courtesy and calm. None of the ceremony seemed to reach the place within him that remained restless. He moved through the gathering with perfect courtesy, while the deepest part of him remained elsewhere. Then, Princess Yasodhara stepped into the courtyard. There was something unusual in her gaze, not desire, not calculation, but an unhurried attentiveness. She did not approach him with the practiced elegance of the court, but with a grounded, peaceful presence. For the first time that day, Siddhartha did not merely offer a polite greeting and move on. He paused. In that simple, lingering silence between them, the heavy, invisible armor he wore within the palace seemed to soften. Their early conversations were careful, but they quickly bypassed the shallow pleasantries of the court. One afternoon, looking over the vast palace grounds, Siddhartha asked a question that had long troubled him. Why is it, he murmured, that people surrounded by everything can still feel as though something is missing? Yasodhara did not rush to offer empty comforts or distract him. She looked at him with clear, steady eyes. Perhaps, she said gently, because comfort can protect the body, without ever answering the heart. Her reply surprised him. She was not afraid of the questions others tried to silence. Days became weeks, and their formal, polite meetings slowly gave way to long, unguarded conversations. They walked together beneath the ancient sal trees, speaking of the mysteries of life, of sorrow, and of the unseen world. When Siddhartha fell silent, Yasodhara did not fill the silence for him. She simply walked beside him. In that quiet companionship, he discovered a rare freedom, the freedom to remain silent without being misunderstood. The palace had not become less confining. But in her presence, he no longer felt entirely alone within it. The time came for Siddhartha to answer. Before the gathered court, King Siddhartha asked whether his heart had found clarity. Siddhartha remained silent for a moment. Then he looked toward Yasodhara, not for permission, but in acknowledgement of the choice they had come to share. My heart is at peace with this path, he said quietly. Across the hall, Yasodhara met his gaze and answered with a quiet nod. Whatever hopes had been placed upon them, this choice had become their own. For the first time in many years, King Siddhartha allowed himself to believe that destiny had turned in his favor. Relief moved through the royal court. By sunrise, the news would spread across Kapilavastu. Prince Siddhartha had chosen Yasodhara. Preparations for a royal wedding began at once. The king believed the future of the Sakya dynasty was secure. He did not yet understand that love could bring peace to Siddhartha's heart without silencing the questions within it.